What's up, everyone? I'm going to give you guys a rundown on my drum kit. I'm always asked what kind of shells and cymbals I use, and the most frequently asked question is, what kind of hi-hat stand is that? So I decided to make this little video for fun and kind of break it all down for you. This is my kit for takers. I have two kits. This is my main kit. Um, it is a Pearl Reference 1 shell pack and the beautiful Purple Sparkle 2 finish. Purple is my favorite color, and this is probably the best finish of any drums that you can get that's non-custom. It is a 6-piece shell pack. I got the 10 and 12 inch rack toms, and then the 14 and 16 inch floor toms. I ordered that 14 by 14 floor tom. It took about 8 months to get in, and I actually really like it. I like having the 2 floor toms. I used to play 3 rack toms and 1 floor tom, but I really like this setup of any setup I've ever had. The snare drum here is not a Pearl Reference 1. It is a Pearl Masters maple shell. It's a 14 by 5.5. It's got the die cast rim because I have an issue with doing rim shots all the time, mostly by accident. And I've had this thing for like 17, maybe 18 years. It's super old. I do want another snare drum, but I haven't got one because this one's great. This has worked out for me for a long time. It sounds awesome, and I can't see myself really getting rid of it. For my cymbals, it's all Paiste. That's what I've always played. I've tried other manufacturers, but I always come back to Paiste. You know, Nico McBrain, Joey Jordanson, I can go on and on and on who plays these, and I like the sound. And I play a mixture of them. So, Roots are a big cymbal that I like to play. They're heavy, they're great for metal, they hold up. These cymbals are about 18 years old too. I mean, they look good still. They're the 14-inch non-sound edge, and they've held up really well. I definitely got my money out of these bad boys. My left crash is a 16-inch Paiste Signature Series. It's a precision heavy crash. I like heavy cymbals because I play heavy music, and I think a thin cymbal probably wouldn't last very long with me. This cymbal was also supposed to be a Signature Series 18, and they accidentally sent me this awesome Formula 602 Modern Essentials, and it's a very expensive cymbal, so I decided to keep it, and it sounds great. I like it. It's probably my favorite cymbal I own. But this is my main cymbal. This is the cymbal you'll see me beating the shit out of most of the songs I play in any band. This is a custom order. I think they only go up to the 18-inch. So anything bigger than that, you got a custom order, and Sweetwater did a great job. I got this thing in like 3 months. It is a Crash Ride Rude, and it sounds great. You might have to muffle it a little bit. I stick a little gel under here. But other than that, it is a great cymbal. I love it. Over here is another old cymbal. I've had it for a long time. I think I got it back in high school for Christmas from my mom. It is a PST-5. I didn't replace it because it sounds great, and it looks good, and there's no cracks or dings or anything, so I just kept it instead of buying something new. This big boy is a Paiste Signature Series Precision 22-inch heavy ride. It sounds great. It's got a lot of ping. I like the bigger ride. A lot of bands play the smaller ones with the bigger bell, but I'm kind of old school, so I went the big route with all my cymbals. And then for my last 2 cymbals, I got 2 splashes. This one, you probably notice, is not a Paiste cymbal. It is a Wuhan. It's an 8-inch splash. The reason I got this was because it was my first splash cymbal way back. It's super old too. I got it because I listened to a lot of Lamb of God, and I was starting to get into all the heel toe stuff, and I liked how he beat the shit out of his cymbals, and he always talked about how he cracked them all the time. So I'm like, well, instead of spending a bunch of money on another Paiste, I just decided to get this one, and here we are like 17, 18 years later. There's no dings or cracks or anything. This was a $35 cymbal, and it definitely got my money's worth, and I just always kept it just for shits and giggles. And then over here is a Paiste Alpha. It's a 10-inch splash. It's a thin splash too. I like the thinner in the splash cymbals because they sound brighter and louder, and I feel like they cut through a lot easier. The heavier ones I notice have a darker tone, so I just try not to beat these ones up as much. But I got this one about a year later from this one, and it's held up. All my cymbals pretty much hold up. I played drums since I was 5 years old. I'm 38, so I upgraded these over the years, and I'm really, really happy with them. As for my drum heads, it's all Evans. That's what I use. I have nothing against Remo or Aquarian or anything. I know these sound good, and I know how to tune them, and I just kind of kept it like that. I have the EC2S's on the rack toms and the floor toms. I'm kind of not happy with them this time. For some odd reason, they keep peeling on the inside. So I don't know if it's just a defect or what, or it's a quality issue. So I might try the G2s next. But the kick is always an EMAD 2 with a little patch on it. I really like those. They're nice. The Super Kick by Aquarian sounds great too, though, just so you know. And then over here, this is the reverse dot. I like it. I've always had the dots on my snare drums from back then because I used to play Ludwig kits. So I like that. Sounds great. Throne is a limited edition Rockin' Sock. They always have like the burgundy, the black, the green, or whatever. This was the only time they ever made a different color that I noticed. It's a light gray. They call it space gray with the baby blue stitching. And I've had it for a long time. I take care of it because I really don't want it to get messed up. And for my pedals and the hi-hat stand, they're both Trick Pro 1V Bigfoots. This one's the Black Widow edition. I wanted the chrome one, but they're really expensive and hard to get. There's a long wait time for them. I found this one on Reverb. I only spent $400 on it, and it's great. It's a nice direct drive hi-hat. And then these are the low mass kick drum pedals. Looks like my beaters are off there. For my drumsticks, I use Vic Firth, the American Classics. Nothing special about them, really. I feel like all drumsticks are expensive anymore. They all break just about the same amount of time. I don't go anything cheaper than Vic Firth Pro Mark or Vader because I feel like they do break during a song, just one song. But they usually hold up for a while. I play 5A as my thickness on them. When I first started out playing drums, my stepfather, he's a 2B guy, and I've learned real quick that I didn't like them. They were too big in my hand. They made me feel sluggish. And it's kind of stuck with Vic Firth over the years because I've had this little nice leather bag that my mom got me back in my freshman year. So for my rack, I use a Pearl Icon rack. It's curved. The hardware on it, you can tell I've had it for a long, long time. I think I got it off Marketplace a long time ago. I think I spent like $200 on it. You can never find that again. So I left the left side off because I don't use it. And then the cymbal boom arms, I have Gibraltar for most of them. Gibraltar for the tom mounts. And then a lot of Pearl that I could afford. The inflation on them went up so much that I just went the Gibraltar route, and it's affordable. They look good, and they've held up for all these years, so I'm pretty happy with it. And then the last thing, which I get questioned about a lot, is where'd you get these felts? And it's by a company called Cymbals. They make all kinds of colors in them, and it adds a little flair to the kit. I like it. They actually are supposed to do something for the sound, but I really haven't noticed that. They just, for looks, really. They are made out of like a foam material instead of the felt. On the bottom, I have just the regular felt ones on all my cymbals. The tops, I just put the purple ones on there. They look good. Except for the hi-hat. They say they make them, but I've never found it, so. Which I need a drop clutch for that thing anyway. But that's my kit, other than the $20 Walmart carpet that I got and the duct tape that lays all the drums out so it's easy to put together. I hope that's helpful and gives you guys some insight on what I use.